fellas, in today's video, I'll be drinking the baby boomer flavored monster. Well, now why do I think solar powered security lighting is important? Is it because I'm secretly a liberal and I love electric technology? No, there's a very practical reason. I don't have to deal with the wiring. I don't have to deal with the nonsense. And if the electricity were to go off, these things will still work. Now, I'm working on having an actual real deal solar system for this entire place set up. That's another thing. Cheap, affordable, not connected to your main power system. Each individual light has its own solar panel to go with it. How much do these things cost? Anywhere from like $8 to $100 per unit. There's a huge array of what you can get. How do I like to install them? I like using glue and zip ties and stuff like that. Why? Because after about 5 years or less, these things are going to break. These are not permanent items that are going to last forever. They wear down. Particularly the batteries inside of them wear down. A lot of times they don't die hard. They get really dim. They get really dim as time progresses. I recommend you get a bunch of cheap ones and then get a couple expensive ones too if you want. But the reason I say get a bunch of cheap ones is if one breaks and one becomes compromised, you got a bunch more. So solar powered security lighting, absolutely important for keeping your property safe. You know, if you can't see a threat, you can't identify it. A lot of times on this channel, I'm talking about permissive environment tactics. I'm not talking about going into hostile territory. I'm talking about securing your own property. However, you do need to be mindful of you silhouetting yourself. So if there's an area you're going to be likely to be defending from, you want to remain in the darkness and have your enemy in the light. However, realistically, the majority of criminals you deal with are not all that dangerous in the sense that they don't really know what they're doing. They're just trying to get drugs, right? And so the chance of you silhouetting yourself is outweighed by just the general security of being able to see. But areas that you're likely to be in if you get engaged in a confrontation should be kept dark. Obviously, you don't want to go out of your way to silhouette yourself if you can avoid it. But I wouldn't prioritize that. I would move more in the direction of making sure the entire area is well lit. I would make sure you have cameras. The solar lights that look like cameras are pretty good because they're a psyop, but let's be honest, most criminals probably know a thing or two about that, especially if they're experienced burglars. And stuff that can change colors can be fun. And for whatever reason, it sends a psychological message when you have lights that can change color. For some reason, it seems to send a psychological message to criminals that you have home security. I don't know why, but it makes the home look more high-tech if you have it to where it's changing colors and stuff like that. So I would look into that. And solar-powered lights are fun. They're easy to install. You don't have to go the zip tie route. I just don't like drilling holes for something that's temporary that I'm going to have to replace. I prefer installing them with adhesives and zip ties. Sometimes I'll nail them to the side of trees. But you could put them basically anywhere you want. I got my carport lit up with these things. So anyways, let me know what you think in the comment section. Do you use solar power lighting? Do you like solar power lighting? Is there any other thing that I haven't covered in terms of lighting? I mean, we're going to do other videos about other aspects of home security, but lighting is huge. It's a huge deterrent, especially for the more dangerous nighttime guys that are going to be more dangerous than the daytime guys. Jordan Jared, signing off.